Good morning, Michelle. Lovely to see you. Is it snowing in Calgary? I've got a friend I can't remember where she lives in Canada. No, I know it's a big place, but I can't remember. Hello, Katie. Hello, Cornelia. How are you? Did you have a good Christmas? Did you all have a good Christmas and New Year? Hello, Andrea again. Lovely to see you. What's the weather like today? Well, here it's warmer, um, and it's still cold, but it's milder. So I went out today with the dog, and I didn't look like the Yeti. So normally I look like the Yeti. I've got hat, scarf, gloves, coat, jumper, everything. But this morning I could actually move. So yeah, it weren't too bad. Took some nice pictures as well. No snow whatsoever. So I think we've got off quite lightly. The dog liked it. I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. That's my next door neighbour and his motorbike. So hopefully you can't, but if you can, that's what it is. Um, you had a wonderful Christmas, Michelle. Lovely. Yeah, I am having a wonderful year so far. Not very long into it, but yeah, it's looking good. Donna, lovely to see you as well. No snow there yet. Oh, right, okay. I thought it might be snow time. Right, okay, so hello Scorpio. I don't think that's your real name, is it? But it's lovely to see you. So, right, okay, so what I'm doing today is what I always do, but I'll just reiterate. I'm doing mini readings, so I'll be giving three or four pieces of evidence once I've placed the communicator, and then the message, and then I'm going to do cards as well. So I'll just see how I go with what I want to do. Just say hello, Joe, Megan. Hello, Melanie. Hello, Eva. -12 and sunshine, a fantastic winter in Sweden. Oh, I bet it is. Do you go skiing, Eva? Years ago, when we were kids, that was our holiday. We used to go skiing to Austria every year. And my parents, hi, Kay Weezy, Kerry, Michelle, right. I'll stop waffling. Be interesting to know, though, if you do go skiing. Because, yeah, we used to do that when we were kids, had no fear. Started at the top and then straight down to the bottom. Right, okay. Here we go then. So I am going to go to the spirit world first, I feel. So just bear with me while I get my first communicator. Okay, so I've got a lady with me, and I feel as though this lady is a sister, or she's like a sister. That's the way she's making me feel. Whoever this lady is, she's very close to the person who it's for. Okay. This lady, I want to say, is about between 5'5" and 5'9", something like that. She's very I want to say she's slim to medium build. She's got a lovely figure, and she's very pretty as well. And I don't feel that she needs to wear a lot of makeup, to actually look nice. I think she's naturally beautiful. That's what I want to say about her. Now, I feel that this lady would have passed the spirit world with a cancer condition. And I want to say, okay, I want to say ovarian cancer or around there. That's what I want to say about her. Um, she is the way that she's dressed. She's very, what's the word I was used to describe it? I wouldn't say that she conforms to the norm. Put it that way. I feel that she's making me feel light and breezy, and I feel that would have been quite creative. And when I say creative, I want to say creative in her dress sense, and creative in the way that she would have expressed herself. Does anybody understand that? Young lady, how old was she when she passed the spirit world? I want to say mid to late 40s, maybe early 50s. Cornelia, your mum passed away with ovarian cancer, age 57. Right, okay, it's a bit out on the age. Very creative dressmaker. Cornelia, would you understand with your mum? Would you understand that you and your mum would have had a really close bond? Is what I want to say, because I feel like you were more like although you were mother and daughter, the feeling that I get is that you were close. You know, you were really close to each other, and you know, you would have, you would have done quite a lot of things together. Um, yes, at one stage, right? Okay. So were you close to her? I mean, did you have a good relationship with her? Because I feel that that you would have had a good relationship with her. Don't know if you can just confirm that or not. Um, yes, right, okay. So can I work with you then, Cornelia? Can we see where we go with your mum? Okay, Cornelia, lovely. Yeah, I don't think I'm with you, Steph, but keep listening, keep listening. Anyway, your mum, Cornelia, I want to say that she was naturally beautiful. And I don't think she realised. I don't. What I want to say about her, Cornelia, is I don't feel that she would have worn an enormous amount of makeup because I don't think she needed it. Um, and I also want to say about her as well that she had lovely hair. Can you understand that she had lovely hair? And I also want to say with her as well, Cornelia, that the way that she dressed, she was she always stood out, is what I want to say. You said, you have told me already that she was a dressmaker. And I just feel that she was, you know, she would make pieces for herself. Um, and they would always be praised. That's what I want to say. They would always be praised. And I just feel that she always looked, and she liked to look that little bit different. She liked to, what I want to say about her is she liked to try different things. So, and when I say that, I can see when she made things that different fabrics. You know, I can see fabrics on. My mum is a dressmaker, was a dressmaker, and she used to have those fabrics folded over, and I can see those. So I feel that your mum would have always been inspired. Um, and would she have made your clothes as well, Cornelia? I feel that she would have made your clothes as well. Obviously, not as you grew older, but I feel that she would. And I also, and did she? Would you understand, Cornelia, that she loved colour? Because I just feel that she loved colour, and I feel that all around her there would have been colour because it's so uplifting, isn't it? Um, and I want to say that I want to feel that that the way you lived as a child um, would have been a house not only full of laughter but full of colour and full of vibrancy as well. You know, it was lovely. She did make your clothes, thank you. And I want to say as well, she was very kind, your mum. I want to say that she would do anything for anybody. And I want to say as well, also, with her, that your house was, it felt, oh, you just said it, homely. It was just somewhere that you could go. It wasn't so much a show home, where you couldn't move, or you had to sit still. It was a home to be in. Um, and I feel that your mum tried really hard, to do that. Would you understand with your mum that she also liked the outside? And when I say that she liked the outside, I feel that she would have got some of her inspiration, from being outside. The colours, the trees, the grass, it inspired her. And I also want to say that the pair of you would have gone out together, um, most definitely. Sorry, she's just showing me something. Cornelia, would you have gone with your mum to feed the ducks with a bag of bread? Would you ever have gone and fed the ducks with your mum? Because I can see something that I don't know that it's a river, um, but I can see ducks. I don't know if you can, I don't know if you can take that or not, but yeah. And I feel also as well, Cornelia, with you and your mum, yeah, you often went to feed the ducks, right? That's what I'm seeing then, because I can see them on there, with bread and such like. And I also want to say with your mum as well that she was someone that you could talk to. All right, she was someone that, would sit and would listen to you. She was very calm. I want to say your mum. She wasn't someone who would run around like a headless chicken. She was someone who, would think about things and think, right, what's the best way to do that? That's the way I feel. Now, the names that I've got for you, I've got the name Sarah, I've got the name Michelle, and I've got the name Heather. So Sarah, Michelle, and Heather, if you can take any of those names. I also want to give you the month of March, and I want to give you the second week in March for something of significance. Yeah, the second week in March. If you can't take that, maybe that'll come to you afterwards, but that's just what they've given me. And they've also given me the number 12. So I don't know if 12 is significant to you or not as well. Right, I'm going to go to the reason why, she's come through, Cornelia, to see you today. So I'll just take a quick sip. Okay. So your mum is coming through with a lot of love for you. Um, oh, thank you, Cornelia. Um, yeah, she's coming through with an enormous amount of love for you, Cornelia, and she makes me feel. She still makes me feel sort of, she makes me feel really calm. So she's come through with some love for you, but she's also come through with some healing for you as well. Um, right, okay. I feel at the moment, Cornelia, or the way your mum is making me feel at the moment, is that you could do with a little bit of upliftment, a little bit of healing, um, just to give you that boost. She's saying that just a little bit of a boost for you, um, going forward. She has been around you recently. I don't know if you feel spirit around you, Cornelia, or you talk to your mum, but she has been around you at the moment. And she's been trying to impress on you this healing for you, and this upliftment for you, because I feel what she's saying is that, oh, pardon me, there's been a lot going on, and it's a bit, a lot. is what I want to say. And it can be draining sometimes, draining for us. But what she actually wants to say to you, Cornelia, as well, is that she's saying never forget never forget what a beautiful, kind soul you are. Okay. She said she's always seen it, even from a child with you. You were gentle. And I want to say also as well that would you understand that you like animals? I'm not saying you've got animals, but I want to say that you like animals, because she's sort of taking me back to the ducks again, how you would carefully feed them and not try to scare them in any way. She's saying you're really caring and you're really kind. But as well as that, Cornelia, okay, she's saying that you are a strong woman. All right, you are a strong woman. You were strong growing up. You knew what you wanted, and she's saying you went for it. Okay. um and she's saying to you, never forget that, Cornelia. Never forget that. Always remember your worth. Okay, always remember your worth, because I she just wants she keeps saying that. Always remember your worth, and always remember to stand up for what you want. Okay, she is around you. Okay, but you say that you have been talking to her. She's there giving you support at the moment and getting you through through these next few weeks, I want to say, maybe a month. All right. But take her love, and I want to say thank you for working with me. Thank you. Right, she was lovely. Right, okay, let's go on to a card. Let me see. Kerry Mitchell, I'm going to pull a card for you, Kerry. Ooh. Right, a card's come flying out of the pack, so I'm going to use this one. And it's called Life Purpose. If you could just acknowledge that you're still here. Oh, lovely, thank you. So this card is called Life Purpose. Okay, so it is of, I don't know that he's a wise man, very long white beard, a wise man, and he's got a quill and a book, and he's got a timer, and he's got 4 beautiful little angels behind him. So if you can see that, Kerry. All right, and I'll read what the card says and we'll go from there. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. Okay, Kerry, so would you understand when I say to you that you're a doer? Would you understand that, Kerry? Because I feel that you're a doer, and you're someone who I want to say that you're someone who's very caring, and someone who cares about other people and what happens to them. You've stepped back from being the giver doer. Right. Okay. Well, I feel I feel with you, Kerry, that your purpose in life is to serve in some way. Do you sit in circle? Do you go to church or anything like that? Or are you trying to develop your mediumship at the moment? Because I feel that you should be doing something that you should have always been doing. I just feel with you that your life is about making sure that no, you need to develop. Right, okay. I feel with you that I do feel that you need to develop. That's the way it's making me feel, because I want to say with you, Kerry, you've got so much to give. Um, and you say, I also want to say to you as well, Kerry, that I feel that sometimes you give and you don't receive. Would you understand? Would you understand that? I think sometimes because you are a giver, you maybe get taken advantage of. Would you understand that, Kerry? Um, but I do have this definitely. And would you also understand, Kerry, as well, that I get the feeling with you that you don't realise what a difference you make. And I also want to say as well, Kerry, that do you sometimes question yourself as well as to whether or not you're doing a good job? Because you don't need to do that. That's definitely one thing you don't need to do, because what you're doing is making a difference. So it's a tale of two halves, really, because I feel with you on the one side, I feel with you that you just need to toughen up that little bit more and put your hand up and say no, you know, to those that are not in need, if that makes sense to you and you understand that. I think you will understand that. But also to, you'll know who does need your help. And I feel with your development as well, I really feel that you are an empath. That's the way card is making me feel. And I feel that now is the time for you to start developing. I really do feel that. Whether you can go and find a church, or do you meditate already? Do you meditate already? If you go and find a church, a spiritual church, you do understand, right? Lovely. I really do feel with you that now is the time. And I think that you feel that as well. I get the feeling that you feel that as well. So what I want to say, what this card is saying to you is you're doing a good job. You really are. And what you do is worthwhile. Just remember to say no when you need to, and don't feel guilty. All right. And but you have a church you want to join. I would join that church, Kerry, and see where it takes you. That's what I will say to you. Okay. So I'm going to leave that with you and say thank you very much for working with me. Right. I'm going to pull another card. They keep telling me to pull another card. So I'm going to pull a card for Geraldine Owens. So Geraldine, I'm going to pull a card for you. If you could just say hi. You're welcome, Kerry. You're welcome. Right. Okay. So Geraldine. Oh, you love my hair. Thank you. The card that I've got for you is a card called Release and Surrender. Okay. So this card is of a beautiful angel. She's standing up very tall. I don't know if she's got her arms out. Yeah, she has got her arms out. She's dressed in this beautiful gold dress, and the gold colours are all coming out from her hands. I'll show you the card in a minute. And they're all beautiful spiritual colours. They're purples, dark, light, the golden colour. It's beautiful. So let me show that to you. And that's called Release and Surrender. Okay. Right, let me see what this card says. We shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you've held tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and hearts to our love and assistance. Okay, Geraldine, would you understand that you are someone who have faced challenges, shall we say? And I also want to say with you, Geraldine, that you're someone who holds a lot in. So I feel that you don't express how you're feeling, but you keep it in here, and it gets to a point sometimes where it's a bit like a hamster's wheel. You know, it's just running all the time, and all you really want to do is stick a poke in it so it can't run anymore. If you can understand that, Geraldine. I just feel with you that you've had quite a lot of challenges anyway, a lot of challenges, and you do hold a lot in. Yeah. And I feel with you as well that they've been quite major challenges, is what I want to say. And the way I feel that the way that you protect yourself is to compartmentalize it. That's what I want to say, is just to put it in different boxes in your head. But what I will say is I do feel at times it is like the hamster wheel, and it's just running and running and running. What this card is saying to you, Geraldine, is that they're saying now is the time for you to start releasing some of those challenges from you. Okay, because by doing this, I feel that your life will become calmer and easier. Would you also confirm to me, Geraldine, that there's not many people that you trust? I feel you have a thing with trust. You know, there's not many people that you would open your arms to, because I feel that you are very, that you're very, you don't want to open yourself up to then have yourself slam shut down again. And I feel that you've done that before, and that has happened to you. And that is why you don't trust a lot of people. Okay. But now is the time. Now is the time to start to release these feelings. And I want to say that there are people around you. You do have some people around you that you are close to. And I also feel as well that I feel that there will be, if there isn't already, there will be some new people in your life, okay, as well, that you will learn to grow and trust. And I just feel also as well that you need to start being kind to yourself, and you need to stop beating yourself up, if I could use that word. And there's really is no need for you to do that anymore. Okay, this card, Geraldine, is positive. All right, the angels are saying open your hands and your heart to their assistance. They are there, up there, and they want to help also. Okay, I don't know if you meditate. I don't know if you sit and listen to music, but that could be a good start. But as I said, and I will say again as I finish off, you need to start believing in yourself. Okay, I'm holding my finger up. Believe in yourself. And I do feel that there are people around you that you can start to let in, who want to help you, who love and care for you. All right. So I'm going to leave that with you, Geraldine, and hope that helps. And I'm now going to go back to the spirit world. So if you just bear with me. Who have we got? Right, I've got a lady with me. And I believe that this lady I want to say this lady is grandmother, because the way she's presenting herself to me, she's got she's she's got one of those hairstyles that my nan used to have, and it was all coffered and all done, and it looked lovely. um this lady, I don't feel that she's very tall. I'd say between 5 foot and about 5'2" or 3". Yeah, not very tall at all, but she could talk. My, could she talk? She was incessant. She'd always got something to say. And I want to say with her as well, that she was always happy. She's got this grin on her face. She was always happy. And I feel that she would have gone to the spirit world. I want to say my chest my chest is starting to feel a bit tight. So I feel it could have been something to do with her chest that would have taken her to the spirit world. I don't know if it was emphysema or something like that, but I do feel quite wheezy, and I feel that I may need to have had an oxygen mask before I passed as well. So I don't know if anybody can understand that. Kay Weezy, you say that could be a grandmother. I don't know how old she was. I can't say. I'm afraid I don't know. It's whether or not you can understand the description of the woman that I've given. Andrea, you say that sounds like your nana. Mean Green, you've said yes. When you say yes, is it yes that you can take it as a grandmother? And do you understand what I've said so far? Oh, I don't. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. Who am I with then? Who am I with? At Scorpio, you've just said really happy in a chatterbox, so you can understand everything that I've said about her, because I feel drawn to you. So I'm gonna come to you. Would you have? I want to say that you would have spent time with your grandmother, because I do feel that you would have spent time with her. So can you confirm that? At Scorpio, because she was a real happy and a chatty lady. I also want to say about her as well that she always liked to look nice. I want to say that about her. She always wanted to look nice. So she would put on a little bit of makeup, and as I said, her hair was always nicely done. And I want to say that she liked to look nice as well, and I want to say that she liked a bit of colour. I'm not saying it's like shocking pink, but I just want to say that she liked a bit of colour. All right, and also as well, and again, I'm not saying that this is expensive stuff, but I also want to say with her that she would have had quite a lot of jewelry as well, but it's not necessarily expensive jewelry. What I want to say is that if she did wear some, and whether they were clip on or pierced, she would always like to have a matching necklace and earrings. You know, if she was going out, would you understand that at Scorpio? Because I don't know what your real name is. So I want to say that about her as well. I also want to say that she was very popular. She had lots of friends, but it was against my grandmother's religion. Yeah, it is. Sorry, yeah, it is you at Scorpio. And I also want to say with her as well, she loved it curling her hair and wore it short. Right, okay, lovely. And I also want to say that she would have had quite a lot of friends, um, because she was always out for a natter, and I feel like her house would be sort of like an open house, and she loved to have people round, for a cup of tea and a slice of cake. Now, I want to say also as well with her, um, Tina, is that your name? Tina. I also want to say with her, Tina, would you understand that she was quite a good cook? Would you understand that? And I also want to say I feel she enjoyed baking cakes as well. And also, um, when she had someone round, there would always be a cake, and I want to say she would always bring the best. She would have a teacup and saucer. I feel, um, not necessarily the best china, but it was always, a teacup and a saucer. So something like that as well. Um, and I feel she loved having you around. She really did. And would you understand that you would have sat with her while she did her makeup? Because I just feel that you would have found that quite fascinating. Watching her put that on. For a little girl, it was really exciting. She always fed us. Yeah. I feel that she was quite a good cook, I have to say. Um, and I also want to say as well that would you remember that when she was cooking, there would always be, she would wear a pinny. When I say a pinny, like one of those, she'd either have one of those little pinnies that you just wrap around and tie behind your waist. That's what I want to say. Or she would, if she was cleaning, I feel that she would have had something like one of those wraparound pinnies on. I don't know if you can remember that, but that's what she's given me. Um, I also want to say as well about her that she liked music. I feel that her house would have had music on, whether that was on the radio, um, or not. I just feel that she would have liked music. And I don't know if you know this as well, but she's saying to me that she liked to dance, and I feel that she would have done that when she was younger. Okay. Um, but I do feel that she would have liked to have danced. And she might have even had a dance around the kitchen. But I feel like the kitchen was the hub of the home. You honestly don't remember that part. Well, that's fine if you don't remember it, but maybe you can ask someone. But you do remember the music. Lovely, thank you. Yeah, because there is music, definitely music on. Um, would you understand? Did she like to read? Can you remember that? Did she like to read, or did she like to read to you? Or was it you that liked to read? I can see books. So I don't I'm not quite sure. She danced and sang a lot, yeah. Very musical. She was very musical. Right, okay, so I've been given the names. I've been given the name Elizabeth, I've been given the name Alice, and I've been given the name Dawn. So Elizabeth, Alice, and Dawn are the names I've been given. I also want to give you the month of July. I want to give you the last week in July, the last 2 weeks in July for an anniversary or a passing, if you can understand that. And okay. And she liked the outdoors. That's what she's saying. That's what she wants to say. She loved the outdoors. Yes, she read the Bible a lot. Right. Okay. Right. I'm going to go to the reason why she has come through to see this. Right. Okay. Let me see. What has she come through to say? Okay. So your grandmother or grandma has come through with, well, she's come through and she's still as bubbly as anything, still as bubbly as anything. And she wants you to know that, you know, the fact that she's on her next journey now hasn't stopped her. She's very colourful, very, very colourful. Okay, so she has come through for you. She wants you to know that she has watched your journey. Okay. Right. No, don't feel bad. It's fine if they don't resonate. You know, it might come to you, but July, that's fine. Don't feel bad at all. I just give you what I'm given. Right. Okay. So back to your nan. Your nan's come through. She wants to say hello, but she also wants to wrap her arms around you, okay, and give you a big hug. That's what she's saying. I feel that she would have done that when she was here. She would have given a great big squishy hug. All right. And she wants to give that to you. Okay. Because she's saying that you could do with it. You could do with it at the moment. And what she also wants to say to you is never ponder on or never think about what has gone on before, because you can never change that. That has happened and that has gone. And no amount of thinking about it at all is going to make any difference to the outcome of it. All right. So she's saying, forget what has been and look forward to what there is to come. All right. I hope you understand that. Because I feel with you. I feel with you that you do hold on to things sometimes in your head. Okay, but she's saying you can never do anything about that. You just literally have to move forward. All right. And she wants to say to you that once you do that, okay, and put one foot in front of the other and started to walk and then running, then everything for you will fall into place. Okay. So I do feel with you that there's new things. She's saying there's new things on the horizon, but what you mustn't do is think about what has gone past. Okay. So I'm going to leave her love with you and say thank you for working with me. She was a lovely, lovely lady. Right. Okay. Let's go back to the cards. Melanie Wellens. Melanie, I feel like I need to pull a card for you. So I'm going to pull a card for you, okay? Let me pull this card for you. If you could just acknowledge, Melanie, that would be great. Right, okay, Melanie. So the card that I've got for you is a card. Hi, Melanie. Is a card called Play. Okay. Now this card, I'll show it to you. I've never had this card actually before. This card, we're on a pond, okay, and there's a child fairy, and there's all the what do you call them? Oh, I'll show them because I can't remember what they're called. Is it the lilies or the water lilies? Water lilies. And these water lilies, they're she's running over them. She's running over them. Okay. Let me just show you that again. And the card is called Play. So I'll read what it says. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. Right, okay, Melanie, would you understand that you are someone who works, someone who works really hard, and someone who is good at what you do, okay, because of the hard work that you put in. But what I want to say as well is I feel with you sometimes that can overtake you. It can become all consuming, and a bit like I said before with the hamster wheel, I feel that at times there's such a lot going on in your head that you're just all consumed by it. Would you understand that, Melanie? And also as well, apart from that, I feel that there are other things in your life as well that are going on that take up a lot of your time. And I also want to say with you, Melanie, that I feel you're someone who is quite organized as well. Um, I want to say that you're not someone who just thinks of things at the last minute. I feel that you're someone who has everything, planned out. And I feel a bit that you have to have that for you to be able to function in the way that you do. Okay. I also want to say with you as well that you don't give yourself, I mean, this is what this card is saying, is that you don't give yourself enough downtime. Okay, so I feel with you that your life is fast paced, okay, because you are really uber organized. And I feel with you that sometimes you just get carried away, and it's just like, right, we're going 95 miles an hour, we've got this and this to do. And because I feel that you're quite a perfectionist, I feel that you always want to make sure whatever you've done a really good job. Would you understand that, Melanie? As well with you. But what this card is saying is that you really need to be able to, or you need to start bringing back into your life some time for you. Okay, Melanie, because I feel that you don't give yourself any time to relax, to enjoy yourself, or just to have a bit of downtime. Now, they say all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I'm not saying it's making you dull by any means, because it's not, because I feel that you're on it, and you're like this, and I feel also with you that, you seize the day, and you go with the day. But what you need to start doing for yourself, for your own health and for your own well-being as well, Melanie, is what I want to say, is you need to start giving yourself a little bit of leeway and a little bit of time. Okay. I know that's not easy because I feel with you that, you know, your life is very organized. But I want to say to you, you need to find something that I don't know if you have a hobby at all, but you need to do something that helps you to step away from life in general. So you basically need to get off the train onto the platform and get onto another train that is all about Melanie and what Melanie wants. Because what do you want, Melanie? You know, there must be some things that you would like to do, because I feel that with you. But I also feel with you that there's just not enough time in the day to do these things. So, but there needs to be. That's what I want to say to you. You need to have some downtime, all right? I'm not going to keep going over it, but you need to have some downtime, to have some fun, because I feel like you're someone who can have some fun, and just relax, have a drink, sit and watch a movie, but just to balance you up, because I feel you're a bit like that at the moment and you just need to be like that. And you'll also have a bit more energy as well, Melanie. Okay. So I'm going to leave that with you. I hope that helps in some little way. Okay. And let me see. What am I doing? Am I going to the spirit world? Hang on. Okay, so I have got a gentleman with me. Okay, you're welcome, Melanie. I've got a gentleman with me. This gentleman, I want to say he's quite a tall man. I want to say he's about 6 foot tall. I want to say he's quite tall. He's slim to medium build, but I want to say that he looks not. He's dressed smartly. He's got a suit on. Actually, he's got a suit on. So I feel that he was quite an academic man as well, and a very smart man. A very smart man. Now, I feel that this gentleman, he would have passed the spirit world not with a heart attack, but I feel it was heart disease. So I feel that it wasn't, here now and then gone. I feel that it was something that was progressive with him. And towards the end of his life, he would have become quite breathless. So does anybody understand that with Father? Tall man, about 6 foot, very well dressed. An intelligent man. I feel as though I feel quite intelligent. So I feel he was well read, and I feel that the job that he did would have he would have needed to use his mind, and I feel that his job would have been an office job. Uh, yeah, something like that. Um, Andrea, it sounds like your dad does it. Would you understand with your dad, Andrea, that he was quite well read, that he was an intelligent man? And do you understand the suit as well? He was very bright, was he? Right, I'm with you then. So I'm gonna work with you, Andrea. Would you understand also, Andrea, when I say that your dad was a strong and silent type? That's what I want to say. Strong and silent. So I don't feel he was a man that was very loud or outspoken. I feel he was someone who would say what he had to say, but he wasn't. He was quite. he's making me feel quite calm. He's making me feel quite calm. I feel he was a very calm and collected man. And I also want to say that he was quite well spoken as well. You know, he knew lots of words that maybe we didn't, you know, we wouldn't know ourselves. But that's just the way that he's making me feel. Yes, right, okay, lovely. But I also feel that he was very caring, Andrea. Okay, he was very caring, and he really loved his family, and he was someone that you looked up to, because um, he would always see a situation, think about it, then work a way around it. That's what I want to say with him. He wouldn't like start panicking. He was very sort of calm that way. I've got the names. I've got the name Brian. I've got the name George. And I've got the name Trevor. I don't know if you can take any of those names. And I also want to give you the month of August, the second week in August, so for an anniversary or a passing. Right, I'm going to go to the reason why he's come through, Andrea, because I'm getting towards the end of my hour. So he's come through today. He's come through today with some healing for you, Andrea. Okay, he's come through today. He wants to reassure you, Andrea. He wants to reassure you that whatever it is, because I don't know, but whatever it is that's troubling you at the moment, because I believe that there is something that is troubling you, he's saying you don't need to worry. It will resolve itself. Okay. And he's also around you as well at the moment, trying to give you that strength, okay? To give you that strength. But he wants to say to you that you just need to hold on, Andrea, okay? You just need to hold on and push forward. And if you need him, just ask, okay? And he's saying, I will be there. All right. So bit shorter, but I hope that helps. And I'm going to leave his love with you and say thank you very much for working with me. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see some of you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.